Welcome to Psychic Cowgirl Radio with Shannon Lackman. Practical, insightful conversations to empower and inspire you on your personal journey. From her cattle ranch in Alberta, this sassy psychic cowgirl uses her connections to universal energies to guide you to greater awareness and wisdom.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the podcast today. So I just had a pet kerfuffle before this started. Not sure what happened, but my dog got mad at my kitten, so everybody's okay, I think so. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Anyways, it's never dull, right? How are you all doing? How you doing with overthinking? I'm so guilty of it. So guilty of it. I'll give you an example of something that just happened. So I have been looking into getting better internet because I live in a very rural area, and our internet is sometimes sketchy, which is, it affects a lot of stuff I do business-wise. And so friends and people that I trust have been telling me about a different internet company, and I've been looking into, going that route and getting it, and then I overthink. And I second guess, and it's been an overthinking situation for months. I think, okay, now I can do it. And then I play those games. Those games where you're like, okay, well, if I make this amount of money in the next week, that means I'm supposed to get it. Or, well, if I'm supposed to get it, then this certain thing will happen, and I'll know for sure. And it's like a game. And we get caught, and we, spiral into this and overthink and overthink and overthink and overthink. Well, I finally got over myself, did a guided meditation to have clarity, and I just went ahead and ordered it. Did it hurt? No. Do I have it set up yet? No, because it just got here yesterday. So I got to work on that today. And do I feel like it was a bad decision? No. I mean, I have 30 days to try it to see if it works for my rural internet. But at the same time, there had to be more to it than just overthinking. And I think it was finances, right? Everything has gone up in price. And so I was second-guessing spending any money on anything, right? I have kids in post-secondary school and one on his way to going, and so I let it become a bigger deal than it needed to be. And so I had to get over myself, basically. So I grounded my energy, and I did a comparison. So what are the benefits to getting this better internet? What are the things I can do with it that I can't now with the internet I have? And the benefits far outweighed the costs and the things that were holding me in a certain way with my businesses and stuff. And so it was like, really? But we do that to ourselves, right? We overthink, and we get kind of stuck in the ruminating or the pondering, and, it often happens when there's money involved. Like if we're going to make a big purchase or invest in something that might be good for our business or our family, and we really go down a weird rabbit hole of, looking at it from all angles and trying to figure out what the best plan is, and sometimes it's just go for it and see what happens. I mean, realistically, if this doesn't work for me, I have a 30-day money-back guarantee, so I don't really have a super solid reason for not doing it. It was just one of those situations where part of it is I've tried different internet situations, and they work really well for a little while, and then they don't. And I'm completely frustrated by the whole situation. But other people that I know have had this particular system for quite some time, and they're still happy with it. So really, I just needed to get over the cost, because it was a fairly significant outlay at the beginning. And so here we go. So we'll see. I should be able to do more Zoom sessions now without, because right now my internet kind of lags a bit. So if I'm doing like a FaceTime or a Zoom, it slows down my connection because the connection is slower, and it's annoying to me. And I get frustrated, and then I just go back to the phone because it's a clear, smooth connection, and I can focus, and I'm not trying to catch up. I don't know how to explain it energetically, but it was frustrating. So I am going to try some FaceTime sessions with this new internet once I get it all figured out and see how that goes. It should be able to keep up, and I should be able to have a clearer connection. So yay! That's exciting. It is exciting for me. And I am sort of trying it because I have it connected to my phone so I can do this video, and we'll see if it works, if it lags, or if it goes weird. I don't know. Life is experiential, right? Lots of times we don't know till we know. We just have to try things, see how it goes, and then figure out why it was such a big deal in the first place, and gain some understandings and awareness and go on from there. As you all know, I'm dealing with some crazy situations with my son's accident, and I don't know. It's taking us on this journey that's super interesting, but I would not wish this on anyone. I really wouldn't. It's hard. It's messy. And I know overthinking is something I have to be really aware of, because there's so much uncertainty with everything still. I mean, recovery is not going to be, a month and done. Our recovery is going to be quite a while, and we don't really know what that looks like. We have to watch for some things and see how it goes, but we don't have a clear map or like a precise watch for this certain thing, because this whole situation is just unusual, and as happy as we are that the boys are still here, there's still so much bumpiness with it. And so I have had to do a lot of grounding and work on overthinking. And so, I'm not an expert at this, but I do have some really great tools and tips. One of the things I found I had to do is make sure I can vent out my frustrations and energies. So my stair-stepper is getting a really good workout every day, actually. Probably mostly because also it's cold outside, so my big walks through the cows and the pastures is not helping. Speaking of my cows, let me tell you how bad they are yesterday. So I went back to work at the beginning of February, and I also work out of our local library with our adult learning. And so when I went for one of them, my horses somehow broke into the barn, which I told you last week. And then yesterday when I went to work, my cows had all broken into our hay yard and were enjoying Bale Buffet, brats, and I saw them as I drove down the road to go to work. But plot twist for them, and lucky for me, my oldest son is home from university. So I just phoned him, and he took care of it and fixed all the fence so I could go to work. I think I'm going to have to energy clear my cows and my horses so that they feel safe and loved even when I'm not here, because, man, or they missed him because he's not home much, and maybe they just really wanted him to spend some quality time with them. How about we go with that perspective, right? Just shift it up so that it's not blaming, but it's enhancing. Why not, right? Brats. We'll see what happens next week. And because here's the thing. That very situation could send me on an overthinking journey that is not helpful. I could be, going down the rabbit hole again of, I wonder if that's a sign that I shouldn't be working away from home, that I need to be here with the animals all the time. Maybe that's a sign that, this isn't a right plan. I mean, you can go down a whole rabbit hole, but you know what? Sometimes cows getting out is just cows getting out. They're just cows being cows. And there's lessons there too, right? People are people. Not everything has to be a sign or a nudge of something pessimistic. And overthinking, our pessimism is bright and clear. That's really part of overthinking, is we're wondering, well, if this happens, and what if I do this and then this happens? Oh, I just don't know. And we totally mess up our own energy system. We get completely dysregulated. We can make up stories that may or may not be true. But here's the thing. It's okay to go down those roads and then be like, oh, okay, I'm overthinking. I need some awareness. I need to switch it up. I need to change what I'm doing. Find a distraction. Call a trusted friend. Journal. And if, writing or typing is not your thing right now, find a talk-to-text. That's what I'm using a lot. And then if I have to, if I'm doing a talk-to-text and I have to tell something and then I have to share that information with someone, oh, man, do I have to do a lot of editing? Depending on how emotionally charged the situation is. And let's face it, sometimes we are so emotionally charged that we just need to get all that energy out, and then we can continue on from a very grounded, clear, emotional state. And it's not always. Sometimes we're just a hot mess, and that's also okay. We're human. It's part of being a people. Being a hot mess, part of the deal, people. No, it's okay. It's really okay. Feel what you feel. Work through it. So I've been working so much, which, yay, thank you all. I feel very blessed. But I will say this. I haven't met anyone, clients, friends, people I'm working with, people I'm dealing with on committees and meetings. I haven't met anyone that's not going through something kind of crazy. Weird situations, challenges that just haven't experienced before, and having to figure it all out. It's just the energy of the world right now. And so being aware of when we're overthinking, when we can do something else, is super, super important. I have a really good imagery for us today on that. Looking forward to that. And so, okay, if you suspect that you're overthinking, what I want you to do is, because you get dysregulated, can't talk, dysregulated in your energy systems when you're overthinking. So let's do the nice breathe in, count to 4, breathe out, count to 8. Count out loud, count in your head, whatever works for you. Count on your fingers, that works. Whatever works for you, there's no way to do this wrong. And if you do that a few times, or you can do the focus. Focus isn't going to work for overthinking. Do the calm. In breath, think calm. Out breath, think your first name, or say it out loud. Calm, Shannon. when you're overthinking, breathing exercises are one of the best tools to calm your energy system and get you back into a regulated state. I mean, life's busy. Life has challenges that sometimes are so overwhelming that overthinking is simply part of the deal. Can't help it. And there's also patterns. We can be in patterns of overthinking depending on the situation, right? Being a people's interesting. Okay. So I have, like I said, a really good guided meditation for us today to help us with overthinking, to help us invoke our mind to be clear and calm. And the energy clearing today, so I did do the energy clearing poll, and I switched it up like I told you I was going to last week. And so far everybody's choosing the one I thought you would, the one I would choose too. And so for the energy clearing part, besides the choice that you are making, we are going to do an overthinking clearing. I've been doing a lot of that with clients and myself, let's be real. Because overthinking and overwhelm are connected, right? We can overthink because we do feel overwhelmed. And we just want to feel better. And so we're trying to think our way out of it. And sometimes we need to shift our perspective, change our energy, and re-regulate. If you're overthinking, go have some tea. Call somebody. Do something where you can soothe your own nervous system, however that looks for you. And it depends on the situation. Sometimes I go for a stomping walk in my pasture, swear at coyotes, whatever it seems to take in that moment. When I feel like nature supports me in that, I'll see a coyote running across the field, and I'll swear at them because calving season is coming up, so I don't want the coyotes to be here. Need to make sure my cows and new babies are safe. We should have babies on the ground in 1 month. So exciting. Favorite time of year. I'll have to take lots of pictures. Kind of behind on my cow pictures. Been a little crazy. I even have some cows that need names. I'm not usually this behind on that either. But it is what it is. Okay. So we're about 20 minutes into the show. Got to check my timing. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a moment to reset your energy, and let's go ahead and do our imagery. Because the way my days are going, I need to make sure I have this quiet time, but it could be limited. Hopefully the pets behave. We'll see. I'm surprised, actually, I don't have a cat here helping. But not right now, so yay. Okay, just going to give you a few moments to reset your energy, and we'll start the guided imagery to support you so that overthinking is a little less. All right, let's go. Becoming aware of your breathing. Just noticing it for a few moments. Take these moments to gently focus on your breath. Then, let's take 3 big deep breaths, as deeply as possible, beginning to release and then letting go. Letting your shoulders relax. Feeling the solid supports beneath you. These are the breaths that signal it's time to go within. as your normal, natural breathing begins occurring. Imagine a gentle, warm, balmy breeze as it wafts around, wafting around your head, your neck, and your shoulders. With every breath, as the breeze continues to move gently around, there's a gently and easily releasing and a letting go feeling going on, becoming more and more comfortable with every breath. Feeling this warm, gentle, balmy breeze across your upper back, circling around through your chest, a warm and nurturing feeling as this breeze continues to comfort down both arms, hands, and fingers, releasing and letting go. And with every breath taken, perhaps there may begin to be some wondering. Is it a breathing of this breeze, or is the breeze breathing me? With every breath, the breeze continues circling around through your mid-back and around through your solar plexus. Every breath drifting deeper now, relaxing, feeling safe, feeling secure. The gentle sensations of this warm, balmy breeze as it continues around through your lower back and circling around through your belly, releasing, relaxing, and letting go. Becoming more and more comfortable with every breath. The breeze continues, moving around thighs, knees, calves, and ankles, and around through your feet. Now, and with every breath, becoming completely and thoroughly comfortable, calm, and at ease. Being at one with the breeze, and the breeze is still gently, easily moving all around and all through. So that at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, deeply, deeply, deeply relaxed. Deeply relaxed, feeling safe, feeling secure, feeling comfortable. Now, since you've been attending to your breathing, there's a sense of being able to calm and comfort even more, knowing that this is a time and a place for doing so, and that deeper breathing can be possible. More comfort, always available. So with a few more deep breaths, breathing deeply, breathing easily, when ready, slowly and deeply. Slowly and deeply. Feel it all the way into your tummy. Slowly and deeply. And finding the just right timing for eyelids to seem even more comfortable. Again, knowing about that, it could be now or later. Really, it's a choice. Go ahead and close your eyes if you want to. Simply soften your gaze and be in these present moments if closing your eyes is not comfortable. There's no way to do this wrong. You get to do you. Finding the way of letting the air energy move all around and all through. Clearing the mind, releasing any unwelcome thoughts. Simply letting the mind be clear and calm, your whole being even more comfortable, sensing it is the right time, because when the door of the imagination is open, easily it becomes available, bringing forth images, like the imagery circle. Visualize or imagine the imagery circle, letting it appear. Just freely let it arise. No overthinking. And in doing so, perhaps focusing attention on the center of this imagery circle. Noticing an image that stands for clarity of mind, calmness of your mind. Freely, the image comes forward. An image of calm. An image of soothing, so that your mind is calmed and soothed, and overthinking simply does not happen. Let this image come freely forward, just bringing it to life now. Beginning to take notice of this center image from all directions. Above, below, each side, as though it hovers in space. There's freedom to move all around it. See what you see, hear what you hear, feel what you feel, and know what you know about this. Noticing its shape, the colors, the details, and then begin to get a sense of noticing what radiates out from this center image. Continuing in a way, designing your whole of the imagery circle as it freely takes shape with as much detail as possible. Letting this imagery circle be important and meaningful, allowing its purpose to be known to you in a way that is understood. Feel what you feel, know what you know, see what you see, hear what you hear. You got this. Let the wholeness of this circle be enriching. To sense the circle to an even greater experience. Imagining being able to move into your circle. Take note of what might be different from this perspective. What might be possibly added or subtracted. After entering, noticing the location of yourself within the circle. How do things look from here? What are the feelings? I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to be in your circle, feeling what you feel, see what you see, hear what you hear, and know what you know. allowing your circle to do its magic, shifting your perspective, giving you a fresh sense of your own being. Let your circle support you. Letting your circle know you. Letting yourself understand your place within this circle. Now, as you begin to move back out of your circle, bringing any positives you received from being within, getting a good picture again of your imagery circle, observing from without again, and noticing if anything else needs to be in that circle. Colors, shapes, things, tangibles, intangibles. What needs to be in your circle? What would you like in your circle? Your circle is supporting you. Excellent. Now, just take one more moment to soak in the energy of your circle. Now that we're feeling complete enough at this time, you can come back to this meditation to redo the circle. Know that the circle is appreciative for coming into being. And know the imagery circle can be carried within you if it feels right. And now, coming back to the conscious outer awake state. Let's reinforce the positives of this experience. Knowing that your circle supports you in clarity, grounding, and releasing overthinking and anxieties. We're going to count from 0 up to 5 as we come up and out of this imagery state, reinforcing all the positives. 1, with a deep cleansing breath in and release. 2, feeling confident. 3, feeling safe, feeling secure. 4, feeling strong. 5, eyes open, wide awake, say your first name out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eyes open, wide awake. Say your first name out loud. How did that feel? Lots of times on these imageries, I can go with you and get to experience it, but this one, I had to stay removed because this was all yours. They were all very individual. They were all very specific. It was really fascinating. And they were all none of my business. These were yours. Other journeys I can go along, but not this one. It was interesting and very cool. Very cool, guys. So now that we did our circle, and it will allow us to release the energies of overthinking and know when we're doing it, because sometimes we just get caught up in our stuff, right? And so with that being said, I'm going to send you all a big blessing, and don't forget you can come back to this if you so choose and redo the circle if you feel like overthinking is getting to be too much again, because let's face it, we all have very busy, somewhat unusual at times lives, and it can be overwhelming so quickly, and we need to, the only way through it is living it. but we can do it. So I'm sending you all a big hug and a blessing, and I'm going to go check my cows. It was really, really cold. It was minus 27 here this morning, so I haven't been out yet because it's been kind of wimpy. But I will layer up and go check them and see if they're all okay, and check their drinkers because sometimes those freeze. Part of the deal, but I know how to thaw them, so yay. And I still have my university student home, so I can make him do all the labor that I don't want to. Yes. All right. So big hug, blessings, and see you next time.
You have been listening to Psychic Cowgirl Radio with Shannon Lackman. Practical, insightful conversations to empower you on your personal journey. To connect with Shannon directly, visit psychiccowgirl.com. That's PSYCHICCOWGIRL.com.